Hi, everybody. Are you making New Year's resolutions this year? Are you hoping to change some things about life that just aren't working for you anymore? Are you taking this opportunity with the renewal and something new to really step into a different way of being or a different lifestyle or a different choices or new things? But then you think back to the resolutions that you've made in the past and how most of them are not successful. Have you ever asked yourself why? No, it isn't because you think you lack willpower or you're not smart enough or your goal is too lofty or you're too lazy to make it work or any of the other things you might think. Maybe you thought you were not worthy of the goal or the work needed to achieve the goal was simply too much. You aren't alone. For most folks who set resolutions, only 9 to 15% actually have kept them or feel like they have kept and achieved their goals. Why is this? This is the I Care About You podcast, and I'm Juliana J., and today we're talking about making dreams happen. Why do resolutions fail? It's because of a few things, and they can be things like your goal was not supported by a plan for success. This means we set goals, but we have no idea of how to achieve them. We don't have any benchmarks. We don't even know what to do. We just throw a goal out there to the wind, and then we struggle with how to make it happen because we don't have a game plan. It can also be because the goal is too big and we get overwhelmed. This is really common. This is why breaking down the goals into smaller steps can be the key to success. I did a podcast on goal setting, which I talk about these mini goals and other things, and I'll link that in the podcast description or if you're on YouTube at the end of the video. Another powerful tool for goal setting is to track your progress and celebrate your milestones. Celebrating the success you have is important. It tells you that you're making progress and that your hard work is paying off. If we don't stop to celebrate our positive progress, we tend to think we are not making any progress at all. Another thing that can happen is that we lack faith in ourselves. We have created familiar patterns of failing in our own minds, and our minds can be very powerful. If you think you will fail, you will severely hinder your chances of success. If you say to yourself, well, I know I can do this because I've seen other people do it, or I know I can do this because I have done it before, or maybe I now have the right mindset and I believe in myself. If you say to yourself, I am worthy of the goal and I can make it happen, you are more likely to achieve. Another thing that can happen is believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't believe that you can make changes. This is a really big one. If you don't believe in your ability to change, because New Year's resolutions are all about change, folks, then it will be harder to be successful. You must believe you can change. Think back to times that you embraced change. Maybe it was something small like a new haircut or new shoes or new clothes that you were excited about, or trying a new restaurant or traveling or moving to a new place or a new job or literally any of the other things you have done in your life where you've created a shift that was positive. You looked forward to these changes, yet most people think about the change that wasn't so positive for them. When they think about change, they equate it with things they don't want. Memories or experiences involving change that they don't like. Why is this? Because we are conditioned to think change is bad. We tend to dwell on things that didn't work out, things that did work out. We use the negative to drive us rather than positive memories. Therefore, we resist change, and yet we enjoy change very much. Do this mini test. When you think about change, what is the very first thing that comes up? Something negative or a positive change? If it was negative, start working on replacing that with some positive change that you experienced. So every time you think of change, instead of thinking of that negative thing that didn't work out, say to yourself, no, I now think about all the positive things, and replace that negative memory with a positive one. Another thing that can hinder people from their resolutions or a new goal is not having any support. A support team is important in goal setting. Why do you think so many support groups exist? Because although we can do things alone, support is a very powerful mechanism for change. Another thing is making the goal fun. Everything can be fun if you think it is. If you want to start exercising, do something you like rather than some type of exercise that's popular in the moment that you don't enjoy at all. Change your mindset towards the actions you need to take to achieve. It doesn't have to be drudgery. It can be fun working towards success. Have your mantra be, I can do this. I am worthy. So these are the big factors that hinder us from making our goals or completing our goals or being successful. Let's dive a little deeper into how you can prepare for success using the ideas that I've outlined. So one is having no plan for success. You simply make a goal but have no plan. When you outline a goal, say it is to exercise more, create stepping stones for yourself. Imagine the goal on the other side of a pond with stepping stones leading to the goal. Label each stone. In the scenario, list out how you might work toward a regular routine of exercise. One of your stones could be scheduling an hour a day, 3 days a week for exercise, or putting aside time to exercise every day on your calendar, like a date with yourself. Other stepping stones might be joining a yoga studio or a gym or running during that time. You might start slow, carving out 30 minutes 3 times a week, and you schedule that for a walk. Schedule this on your calendar for the next 2 months and then increase it 45 minutes or increase it to 4 days. Maybe you add a little something. You start walking, but now you're going to walk to a Tai Chi class in the park or a yoga studio or a dance class, or you're going to walk run. Maybe you start a dance class and for 2 days a week and you walk on the 3rd day, something like that. Make these stepping stones something that's doable, achievable, and working towards your goal. Then one of your stepping stones should be, who is going to be in my support system? Asking people to be in your support system. Who will be on my team? How will they support you? Remember, support is everything. Plan out your goal. Make a goal pyramid, which is what I talk about that in the goal podcast. It's a bunch of mini goals that lead up to your main goal if your main goal is quite lofty. Acknowledge to yourself that you did it when you achieve the mini goals. Celebrate it. For example, after 2 months of sticking to your calendar dates for exercise, celebrate it. Have faith in yourself. You are capable of so much. If you have a setback, give yourself some grace. This isn't a linear trajectory. You will have bumps in the road, and that's normal. Just get back on track when you can. If bumps keep presenting itself, ask yourself why. Do you need to adjust your goal setting schedule or maybe add some mini goals? It's really important to have the faith that you can do it. And this is where changing that internal dialogue of I can't to I will is so important. Believe in yourself. You will achieve the goal. It is within your reach. Create a powerful inner dialogue. Change all those phrases like I can't, I hope, or maybe I can if I only could do this. Change all that wishy-washy talk to yourself to I will do this. I am worthy of this. I am going to achieve this goal type language. Think of times you have overcome obstacles and gather up that gumption when you need it. Revisit your goal often to keep yourself on track. Revisit your game plan, your stepping stones, your mini goals, and revise them as needed. The goals you set out initially when you start might change a lot by the end because you're learning things along the way. Keep everything in a journal so that you can reflect back on it when needed, or you can keep it on a poster that you put on the wall or in a doc or so many different places, and just review it. Even put a calendar date on, like every Monday I review my goal setting structure so that I stay on track. Support is everything. This is another big one that I keep saying. Sure, you can do things on your own, but having support is very helpful. Even a meetup group or an online community can be really helpful. If not for my writing group, I would have never pushed myself towards the book deal I now have. That support was so important to me. I cannot stress enough how important support is. In fact, people who live with unsupportive people are least likely to achieve their goals because the lack of support from someone close to you can be very hard to overcome. It creates doubt and sadness. It makes you think, why bother? No one cares about me. So if you can get support, it's really important. If you can't get it from your family and friends, look for new places for support. Why do you think groups like Weight Watchers and AA have lasted so long? Because support is really powerful. So look at online groups and other places where you can find support if you can't find it from people close to you. Another important thing about achieving a goal is to always make it fun. Everything can be fun. It is in your mindset that whatever you're trying to achieve is unfun. You have set this up inside your mind that achieving goals is not fun. That's your own thinking. That's your own thought. It can be fun. It is your own thoughts about something that can make it burdensome or joyous. You can enjoy learning new things, or you can decide to hate it because it's too hard. That's really in your own mind. It's not a truth. You can think that hard work is amazing because it's fun to be challenged, or you can be defeated even before you start. Your mindset is completely driven by your own thoughts. Also, there are many ways to go about something. Exercise can be more than a gym routine, yoga. It can be dancing, walking the dog, running, taking stairs, martial arts, chopping wood, carrying up the groceries, cleaning house, you name it. Everything can be exercise. Simply taking the stairs versus the elevator is exercise. So if exercise is one of your goals, really think about how you can make that fun, or any goal. How can it be fun along the way? It's going to be hard to study for tests if your goal is getting a diploma or getting a certificate or something like that, but it can also be fun to learn the new things. Make sure you weave a mindset of fun into your goals. And as I've said before, make your mantra, I will do this. I am worthy of this outcome. Say it over and over to yourself. And when self-doubt and judgment creeps in, say to yourself, nope, I don't do that anymore. I now think I'm worthy of this and I will do this. Okay, so now you have some tools. Review My Goals podcast for an in-depth view on how to create your stepping stones, your mini goals, your goal pyramid, etc. I also suggest that you write or journal or think about why you want to achieve your resolution. Use this reasoning to motivate you when you're feeling down. Like when you're feeling like you can't do it, review what you wrote about why it's so important for you to achieve it and use that as motivation. I also did a podcast on motivation, which I will link as well. Staying motivated is really important in goal setting. That podcast will keep you on track to being motivated as you set up your goal pyramid. Okay, my friends, let's make this year incredible. I want you all to find success with the goals you create. If you want to stay on track with a goal, you can join our meetup, Being Worthy, which I will also link. There will be different activities throughout the year that really work on goal setting, and I think that that's really important. So if you're looking for a group to get together with, to find support, you might check out our meetup. So know that I love you and I support you, and I know you can do this because you, my friend, are worthy of it. Take care.